the global economy has transformed significantly over the decades. At first, Western economic dominance prevailed post-WWII. Now, multipolarity marks the 21st century's economic landscape. East Asia's rise, especially China, shifted global production. The IMF, World Bank, and WTO face challenges adapting. Post-2008, isolation and resilience became economic priorities. COVID-19 highlighted the weaknesses of globalized supply chains. Russia-Ukraine war urged diversification of trade partners. Three major global trends shape today's economy. Decoupling opens opportunities for alternate hubs like India. Technological disruption redefines countries' comparative advantages. Climate concerns drive a transition to low-carbon economies. India, today, stands on the brink of economic progress. India's population has surpassed 1.4 billion, overtaking China. Age profile presents both opportunities and challenges for India. A young workforce can drive global economic prosperity. Job generation is crucial due to the large youth population. Innovation is thriving, especially in digital sectors. Middle-class expansion turns India into a consumer market. Risks include the mismatch between skills and jobs. Education access disparities pose significant challenges. Urbanization stresses infrastructure beyond its current capacity. India's geostrategic location offers unique opportunities. Strategic geography impacts India's connectivity and trade. Geopolitical alignments influence India's foreign policy. Quad strengthens India's Indo-Pacific stance. India promotes equity in climate finance and trade rules. Defense spending is essential due to border uncertainties. Independence post-1947 followed socialist economic principles. 1991 reforms opened India's economy to global markets. India saw consistent GDP growth and sector expansion since 1991. Yet, challenges remain in inequality and underperforming manufacturing. Decisions in the next decade could transform India's global role. India must leverage its demographics and navigate geopolitical complexities. India's economic journey from 1947 is marked by experimentation and transformation. After colonial rule, India faced a weak industrial base and high poverty levels. India adopted self-reliant strategies through equitable growth and modernization efforts. Phase 1, 1947 to 1964 Foundation and Planning with Nehruvian Socialism. India embraced Soviet-style economic planning, establishing the Planning Commission in 1950. First Five-Year Plan, 1951 to 1956, focused on agriculture, irrigation, and price stability. Achievements: community development and major irrigation projects like Barkranangal. Second Five-Year Plan, 1956 to 1961, prioritized industrialization under Mahalanobis model. Promotion of heavy industries and establishment of major PSUs like SAIL and BHEL. Third Five-Year Plan, 1961 to 1966, aimed for self-reliant economy balance. Sino-Indian War, 1962, food shortages, planned targets unmet. Phase 2, 1965 to 1980 turbulence and nationalization marked by wars and social unrest. Indira Gandhi's rise led to significant political economic transitions. Fourth plan focused on stability and self-reliance through bank nationalization. Green Revolution began, transforming India's food grain production. Fifth plan prioritized poverty alleviation through coal, steel, oil nationalization. Phase 3, 1980 to 1991 controlled economy and liberalization with tech modernization. Indira Gandhi's focus on growth and Rajiv Gandhi's IT push. Sixth plan emphasized technology self-reliance, boosting productivity. Seventh plan focused on employment, service sector growth, and IT expansions. Economic crisis, 1990 to 1991, led to instability and fiscal challenges. Phase 4, 1991 to 2004, liberalization and global integration under Narasimha Rao. Economic reforms introduced liberalization, privatization, and globalization strategies. Higher GDP growth and IT sector boom marked this period. Phase 5, 2004 to 2014, economic boom and inclusion under UPA government. Emphasis on inclusive growth and rights-based welfare schemes. Rapid growth and infrastructure expansion during 10th and 11th plans. Phase 6, 2014 to present, reforms and Atmanirbhar Bharat with Modi's strategies. GST and strategic PSU privatization, focus on resilience. Conclusion, India's economic journey showcases planning, reforms, and global competitiveness. Introduction, India is the fifth largest economy and at a crucial economic juncture. Resilience, India shows resilience amid global disruptions like COVID-19 and supply chain issues. GDP composition, India's economy comprises services, industry, and agriculture sectors. Services sector dominates economy, contributing over half to GDP with IT, tourism, and more. Industry sector rebounding post-pandemic with challenges in manufacturing and energy. Agriculture employs 42% of workforce, growth depends on weather and innovations. Sector trends, services grew 8.8%, industry shows moderate revival, agriculture faces volatility. State analysis, states like Maharashtra, Karnataka drive growth, others like Bihar lag behind. Economic indicators, GDP growth at 7.2%, inflation at 4.6%, fiscal deficit at 5.1% of GDP. Challenges, inadequate job creation, infrastructure issues, climate change disrupt agriculture. Growth drivers, digital India, green economy, manufacturing, and agriculture reforms prioritized. Policy priorities, emphasis on digitalization, green investments, and skilling for future demands. Conclusion, positive outlook with robust fundamentals and focus on equitable development. Privatization is the transfer of ownership from the government to private sector. In democracies, it's seen as enhancing efficiency, accountability, and innovation. Ideological foundations include classical liberal economic theory favoring market allocation. Prominent figures like Thatcher and Reagan popularized privatization in the 1980s. In democracies, privatization enhances freedom, reduces bureaucratic control, fosters entrepreneurship. India, post-independence, relied on public sector, shifted policies in 1991. Key milestones, Department of Disinvestment, 1999, National Monetization Pipeline, 2021. Telecom privatization, lower tariffs, expanded coverage, improved service quality. Civil aviation privatization, Air India sold to Tata, efficiency restored. Banking privatization limited but private banks outperform in service and profitability. Power privatization mixed results, regulatory challenges, political interference persist. Railways cautious approach, PPPs encouraged instead of full privatization. Job losses and resistance from unions common when privatizing. Market concentration risks in privatization, affects competition and consumer choice. Public services may suffer from privatization prioritizing profit over obligations. Global lessons, UK, Germany, China offer different privatization models. India's future, strategic privatization, robust regulation, public-private synergy. Inclusivity, transparency essential for successful privatization aligned with democratic ideals. Science, technology propels civilization from survival to modern convenience and ambition. Each breakthrough redefines human potential, innovations ripple across economies, societies. 2. Global tech trends shaping future. 1. Artificial intelligence emerges as general-purpose technology, transforming decision-making globally. Applications: medicine, finance, agriculture, governance. 2. Quantum technologies redefine computational limits, revolutionize cryptography and logistics optimization. 3. Biotechnology illustrates transformative potential with CRISPR, mRNA platforms. Trends: biofoundries, DNA storage. 4. Green technologies address climate urgency through solar, wind, hydrogen, and battery innovations. 5. Advanced materials and nanotechnology push boundaries in electronics and manufacturing. 6. 5G, 6G enable real-time IoT, autonomous vehicles, remote surgeries. 7. Space technology, a private spaceflight to lunar bases redefine geopolitical domain. 8. Web3, blockchain reshape finance, governance models. 3. Case studies, breakthrough innovations. 1. AlphaFold AI resolves protein structure, aiding drug development. 2. mRNA vaccine technology revolutionized immunology with COVID-19 vaccines. 3. India's UPI system accelerated financial inclusion with digital payments. 4. Tesla's battery advances redefine energy storage viability. 5. China's FAST telescope leads frontier scientific research. 4. Innovation hubs globally key locations, Silicon Valley, Shenzhen, Bangalore, Tel Aviv, Berlin. V. R&D investment, global and national landscape. 1. Biggest R&D spenders, USA, China, EU. Challenges: brain drain, bureaucratic delays. 6. Academia-industry collaboration successful models, MIT Media Lab, Stanford Research Park. Challenges: academic silos, lack of market orientation. 7. Future outlook technologies converge, ethical, regulatory considerations remain critical. 8. Conclusion scientific and technological advancement determines societal progress, shaping future for all. Projected to become world's second largest economy by 2100. Emphasis on demographic dividend, tech-driven productivity, and financial deepening. Transition from service-led to innovation-led economy. Decline of agriculture to less than 5% of GDP. Rise of techno-agriculture, precision farming, and food biotech industries. Industrial automation, nanofabrication, and green manufacturing as pillars. AI-powered governance for real-time welfare delivery. Universal basic asset systems replacing legacy welfare schemes. Economic decentralization via smart districts. Digital rupee as dominant transactional medium. Decentralized fiscal federalism with real-time settlement protocols. RBI as quantum finance regulator. India as AI ethics and governance hub. Indigenous quantum computing programs rival US and China. AI advisors for judicial and economic decisions. ISRO commercialization leads orbital logistics and asteroid mining. Strategic lunar infrastructure for rare earth extraction. Indo-Global Space Alliance with African and ASEAN nations. Hydrogen economy dominance. Carbon negative status by 2090. Vertical ocean farming, solar geoengineering, closed-loop waste systems. India exports sustainability intellectual properties. CRISPR-driven personalized medicine as public good. Longevity cities 120+ life expectancy. Genetic equity frameworks regulate enhancement access. Post-quantum encryption as national defense mandate. Cognitive firewalls against neuroweb breaches. fully autonomous nationwide digital nervous system. Strategic non-alignment, global leadership without colonialism. Balancing AI blocks through democratic digital standards. Supersonic drone fleets and AI-powered deterrence. Strategic command in Indo-Pacific and African geospheres. Yoga tech and Sanskrit-coded AI assistance. Leading cultural diplomacy using soft power. 150 million diaspora as innovation bridge. AI universities and biotech incubators abroad. India's democratic AI versus central technocracy. US as innovation hub but with limited equity. EU prioritizes climate-first growth. Adoption of Ubuntu capitalism. Tech corridors create co-innovation ecosystems. Sanat and techno-economics blending wisdom with science. Localized governance via autonomous AI agents. India transitions from service-heavy to sustainability powerhouse. New sectors redefine labor, learning, and livelihood. India as ethical anchor. India as multiplanetary civilization contributor. Democratic digital civilization rooted in equity and resilience. Global green steward and tech sovereign superpower. Invest 10% plus GDP in R&D consistently. Promote AI-literate governance from Panchayat to Parliament. Establish quantum and AI constitutional safeguards. Promote diaspora co-governance models. Government, adaptive regulation, futuristic education. Industry, co-develop national tech commons. Academia, lead frontier research. Citizens, participate in democratic tech governance.